Hello everybody. So tonight for dinner I am kind of experimenting here. Obviously I've got out some chicken breast. I got some leftover carrots that I wanted to use up in some way. I got some Moroccan couscous out and I wanted something a little bit healthier tonight, and I also got out some chicken broth to kind of make that. I'm going to use chicken broth instead of water, and I'm also going to use chicken broth in like this hearty meal. And I've got some tomatoes. These are the black tomatoes, and they look bad maybe on the cutting board with the lighting, but they're not. They're really good. I got just one large stalk of celery cut up. I've got one onion that I've diced up, and there's the other half. I just got out some white cooking wine. I don't have any wine in the house, but I thought I might want that. I've got out some olive oil. And like I said, I took one head of garlic, drizzled some olive oil on it, and wrapped it in aluminum foil, and it's in the very hot oven. So I'm going to sear the chicken breast just like I would for most dinners that I'm going to cook like in the oven. They don't have to be all the way done. They just need to have a beautiful color on them. And I'll use some olive oil, and then I'm going to saute up the celery and the onion. In a different pan, I'm going to be making the couscous, and I'm not going to cook it all the way through. I haven't made this in years, but I'm going to cook it for about 5 to 6 minutes, and then drain it, and I will just put it in with the pot with the chicken. And, I also need to get some lemons, so I'm going to get some lemons cut up as well. I'm going to use rosemary for sure, and lemons, and, we're just going to put together this dinner. We're going to see how it goes. Okay, so now I have my lemons cut up, and I got my rosemary out. So I'm going to get these chicken breasts browned up. Right over here, I've got this skillet heating up with some olive oil in it. Okay, so here is the chicken getting all browned up, and you can see it's not cooked all the way through. That's completely fine because I'm going to cook it, in the oven. I'm going to finish it off in the oven. The couscous is going right there, and I'm going to remove this chicken to this plate over here, this beautiful plate, and then I'm going to get my onion and my celery in and let it start, browning up. Okay, so my onions is almost done, and I'm going to remove those, and my chicken is browned up over here. I actually switched it up, and I'm heating up some water for some whole wheat pasta. I just thought that sounded really good, and I need some pasta from time to time, so I'm switching it from the couscous. But I'm just going to deglaze the pan with some cooking wine. That's what I have. That's what I'm going to use, so I need to get these onions out. So I moved the onions right on top of the chicken. I turned the heat up some. Here comes in the wine. And I'm just going to take this metal spatula and get all those meaty juices off the bottom. Yum, yum. That's good stuff right there. And I'm just going to give that a minute or two. I'm going to slide the chicken back in, add some chicken broth, and get it in the oven. Okay, so there's my garlic, and I'm just going to carefully, see, that's garlic right there. Just squeeze it out and put it right into the pot. That's just what you do when you can't figure out dinner and you need to go to the store. We had chicken last night. I really didn't want to make chicken again, but I didn't want to make anything too unhealthy since I'm doing a lot of walking and stuff. So, and I'm just going to bring this up to a simmer. I added in the chicken broth, as you can see, and I'm going to finish getting these pieces of garlic in, turn my oven down to about 400, and I'm not going to drop my pasta water yet. I just have it heating up. I moved burners, and once the chicken is more done, I'll get the pasta going. Okay, so I added my lemons, let me get out the light, I added my tomatoes, and it was boiling just a minute ago. I'm going to put my lid on, I'm going to put it in the oven and let the oven finish doing the work, and I'm going to do a quick cleanup because my stove's a little messy, and then I will drop the pasta, and we will have dinner. So here is dinner, you guys. It's just basically what I threw together. We have the wheat pasta. I have about a cup on that plate. And the chicken breast with the lemons and tomatoes, the celery and onions, and even the roasted garlic. That is it. And, you know, very simple. I don't know, you know, if my family will like it as much as I do, but it is dinner tonight. I'm not making anything else for anybody. And if they don't like it, I guess they have to wait till breakfast. This is dinner tonight. Hello, friends. So tonight is Monday, and I really should have went to the grocery store today, but I didn't make it. I'm not feeling that good, but I am making dinner. I'm going to make just a very simple grilled cheese with some of these Smart French fries. So I'm going to put these in the oven. They're not going on the stove in grease. They're going right in the oven, and I'm going to, you know, just make some simple grilled cheese. You can't get easier than that. It's going to feed my family tonight, and it's meat-free, which they probably won't like a lot, but I just needed an easy dinner tonight, and you really can't get easier than this. It is kind of cool outside, so the oven warming up will kind of help our house warm up as well, and this dinner should be done in like, 20 minutes, so the majority of the time goes right there to making the French fries or baking them. So I'm going to get those in the oven and then get the grilled cheese made. So here is dinner tonight. You can't get easier than grilled cheese with some baked fries, and I'm serving it up with just a little bit of applesauce. And I'm going to eat with Jackson, and when Scott gets home, I will totally make him a grilled cheese. I'm just keeping the fries in the oven warm until he gets home, but that is our dinner tonight. Hello, everybody. So tonight for dinner, we are having the husband-approved steak sandwiches. They're really, really good. And you need some butter and an onion. Sometimes I make these different every time. Some Worcestershire sauce. This time, I'm serving them up on wheat subs. Not sure what my family will think about it. They're just going to have to adapt. Not asking. And also serving it up with some steamed broccoli. I have a tomato to top it with. I would top it with lettuce, but I could do without the lettuce. I'm going to put some avocado on mine. I've got some mayonnaise out, and I'm going to cut up this steak, and it's just cube steak, so it's actually like a really good deal. And if you do have guests coming over or something, this is a great meal to make because this is a lot cheaper than, you know, expensive steak, and it's not super fatty. So I'm not going to feel too guilty about eating it. I am trying to eat a little bit healthier. I just am. And that's really not because of any other reason than I really want to feel better. And I just haven't felt that good. So I am going to, you know, hopefully eat some healthier meals. But I'm not completely sugar or fat-free or carb-free. It's just not going to happen for me. But I'm definitely cut way back on sugar. I'm on water. And, yeah. This meal is not the healthiest because of the bread. These are 230 calories, if that matters to you. And we used up all of our mayonnaise with olive oil, but we have this one, and that's the one I'm going to use. I forgot to get some. And a little bit of butter ain't going to hurt anything. You know, most of my calories come with my dinner. Maybe they should come with lunch. But for me, it's pretty much with dinner. And, you know, I do want to eat a good dinner. And I'm kind of on a rant, so bear with me. I do want to eat a good dinner. And that way, if I'm full from, you know, the steak sandwiches and the broccoli, I won't want to snack the rest of the night. And a lot of times, you know, I just nitpick. I just graze at my dinner, and I don't really eat it all, but I'm trying to be more conscious about it. I'm not making potatoes every single night. Normally, this is a dinner that we would have fries with, but instead of fries, we're having broccoli. Now, Jackson did eat earlier, and he ate like a wrap, kind of like, you know, and so with lunch meat and stuff, and he's not hungry at all, but I'm going to try to get him to eat just a little bit. But this is, you know, mainly Scott and I's dinner. And Jackson hopefully will eat a little bit of the cube steak. Now, I always make extra. It's really good once it's cooked up. And it's good for lunches the next day as well. So I'm going to cut this cube steak up. Sorry for talking a lot, but you guys don't mind. I have my CNN paused, so you guys don't hear that. I know you don't like music very often in these videos, so I'm trying not to put them in. If you happen to hear the TV some, you know, I mean, I cook and listen, and, you know, I have to pause it every time I talk to you guys, which is fine. But sometimes I can't always do that if I forgot the remote in the other room or whatever. But anyway, I'm going to get busy cutting this up and get it in a skillet with the onion. And I'm just using a red onion because that's what I have half of right now. And I don't want to waste it. Okay, so I have slowly cooked my onions just to get them really soft. I'm going to remove them to a different plate. And I'm going to put the steak in here and start browning it up. I have water going over here for Cooper and the cats, which is probably what you were hearing. But, you know, usually at dinner time I'm doing more than just cooking. So it's all about multitasking, I guess. Okay, so I added my onions back in, and then I put, I'm going to guess about 1/4 of a cup of Worcestershire sauce. I think the original recipe only calls for a couple of tablespoons, and I personally like more than that. And just to kind of make it a more smooth sauce, you add a couple pats of butter. You could leave that out if you wanted. I'm going to go ahead and add it in though. And that's basically done and ready for the bread. Over here, I have a bowl with some broccoli. Scott's working late, and I think I'm the only one eating broccoli, so I'm not making all of it. But most of the time, if you just take your vegetables and put them in a bowl with a couple tablespoons of water and then pop them in your microwave for about 5 minutes, they'll be perfectly steamed. Now, this bowl didn't have a lid, so I am just using plastic wrap, and it will work fine. So here is dinner. We got the simple sandwich. It looks huge, and I'll probably only eat half of it, but it's really, really good. And the steamed broccoli. And again, you know, the original recipe calls for the buns to be buttered and toasted. I skipped that, and it's going to be delicious. I'm starving. This is the most substantial meal I've had in a few nights, and I can't wait to get full because I've really been watching what I've been eating, and again, I think half of it and the broccoli will be more than enough. But that is our dinner tonight, and you can see the steak and the onion and the tomato and the little pieces of avocado. It's going to be delicious. Hello everybody. So tonight for dinner we are having barbecue chicken. I got these split breasts. I have 3, and I've used some smoked paprika to give them that smoky like smell and taste. I'm also using some of the Mrs. Dash table blends of roasted garlic and salt and pepper. And I've just kind of lifted up the skin, and I'm wearing gloves so I don't transfer all that nasty chicken stuff. And I put some of the spices underneath the skin. I'm just going to pop these in the oven and let them start baking away and cooking, and then I will start adding some barbecue sauce as they get through the process. I'm going to make probably a baked potato and some green beans to go with it. So in this skillet, I have a half a box of the Harvest Organic chicken broth. I'm going to bring that to a boil, and then I'm going to put in my green beans, cover them, let them kind of soften up a little bit. I was going to roast them in the oven, but you know what? I decided to cook them in a little bit of chicken stock instead, and I'm not going to add an onion tonight. Jackson don't really like onions, so I'm just going to skip the onion, do the green beans without the onion. I'm going to add in, again, some of that same Mrs. Dash roasted table blends and the garlic and herbs. It's going to be super easy. I'm cooking my potatoes in the microwave first, and one of them's pretty big, so I put it in for 4 potatoes. Then as soon as that's done, I'm going to wrap them up, toss them in the oven, and they'll get that really good baked potato taste without all the time that's required. My chicken is cooking away. You hear it? And I'm just kind of getting dinner together. I'm also cleaning as I go, which is important and time saving. So, have your kids empty the dishwasher right before dinner if you need to, or right before you get in and start cooking. And that way you can totally fill it as you go, which is what I do. And then we put our plates in, and I run my dishwasher every night. Now, we don't empty it until the next day. Any dishes that maybe I have, I either wash on my own, or just leave in the sink until dinner time. But one of Jackson's evening jobs is emptying the dishwasher, and he empties it right before I'm ready to start cooking, or sooner, whichever. But that way I can load it up with dishes that I'm cooking with and, clean as I go. Okay, so these are ready for my potatoes. I have a piece of aluminum foil and then a little piece of parchment paper. And the reason I like the parchment paper is, aluminum has been linked to Alzheimer's. It's been a contributing factor in a lot of different studies. And Martha Stewart said years ago that she did not want her food being on aluminum, so she lined her aluminum with parchment. So that's what I do, and it's kind of silly because I was still at that point, even for all the years that I knew that, still drinking Mountain Dew out of a can, or any other soft drink I wanted out of a can. But I've always tried to make sure I don't have excess aluminum touching my food, not even on the grill. I usually line in parchment paper for the grill as well, and it just makes me feel better. So these are ready. I'm going to get them potatoes out of the microwave. I'm going to get them on here, and then I'm going to spray them with a little non-stick spray. It makes them crispy, the outsides. I'll shake over a little butter, and then I'll get these right on the bottom rack of the oven. Hot potatoes. I'm going to wrap them up. Alright, I'm just putting on some barbecue sauce. I'm going to shut the oven and let everything continue to cook. So the chicken is done. It looks delicious, doesn't it? And the baked potatoes, and we have the green beans. So I'm going to make a plate up. I'm going to take some of this chicken off the bone for Jackson and just kind of cut it up on his plate. And I'll have the smaller one, and we'll leave the bigger one for Scott. Okay, so here's dinner. I just have a small little piece of the breast and a small little baked potato and some fresh green beans. I did kind of cook them down. I know that Jackson doesn't really like them like crispy, but I cooked them down just a little bit, but they're still really good. And that is our dinner tonight. Super easy and delicious. And like I said, I cleaned as I went, so the kitchen is not a mess. And it's time to eat. Look at some of the tasty stuff we got. Yum, yum.
Let's make a smorgasbord. Buy another house or not. So I'll be okay. Unless something drastic bam happens, I'll be all right.
I'm going to give this man
Look at this place. We got a crab cake, pork, salad. Yum. We need to figure out. Hello everybody. So tonight for dinner we are having a very simple pork chop dinner. I have some onions that I sauteed up right here, and that's really for more Scott and I. I have these thin boneless pork chops that I'm frying up in a little extra virgin olive oil, and I have some mashed potatoes going back there, or some potatoes that I'm going to mash, and I'm going to make some green beans and or a salad. I think a salad would be more than enough, so I might skip the green beans. Okay, so I made a salad, and one of those meals that you saw that we had out at the March of Dimes dinner had a pineapple salad, and basically what I could figure out, it was just a, like a mixed green salad with fresh pineapple that they kind of squeezed the juice over. They had some carrots, and they had some red onion. I was out of red onion, so I used regular. But I also added dried cranberries, and the salad is so good. The only thing we have on it is pineapple juice. So all I did was take some of my chunks. I'll show you. Squeeze it over. I tear up the pineapple a little bit. And then just mix it up. And it's really good. Do not underestimate this salad. And the cranberries make it even better. So I'm going to wash my hands. I'm going to get dinner finished up. It's almost time to eat. Okay, so dinner is done. You can see we got the little salad, the pineapple salad. Again, that is better than what you probably will ever imagine. It is so good. It's got the pineapple and the cranberries and some carrots and just like a spring mix with just pineapple juice serving as the dressing. We have just some mashed potatoes. You can see I don't have a big serving. I gave Scott a little bit bigger of a serving. Some boneless pork chops. Scott and I love the onions on top. Jackson does not. And that is our dinner tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed this What's Cooking vlog. If you did, please take a second and give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to get subscribed. And if you have any questions or comments about anything you saw in this video, please leave those below. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. It's time to eat dinner. You guys are more than welcome to enjoy the blog at kjaggers.com. There's so many posts here going all the way back to 2010. You can get lost for hours in the archives, getting to know Scott, our family. There's tons of links in the sidebar that you should find useful. Also, our Instagram pictures are here. There's more links at the bottom, and it's just like our home away from home. Also, Instagram, like I just said, you can find me under kjaggers. I post daily pictures here. I love getting to know you and seeing your pictures. I find it such a uplifting, generous, beautiful community. I really love Instagram, so follow along. You can additionally join the conversation on Facebook. We talk a lot on here, and we talk about random things. I share different blog posts and YouTube videos, random pictures, and you can always send me a private message. The links are below if you do want to follow. You can always tweet me at Kisha Jaggers. I love Twitter. It goes so fast. So much is on Twitter. And I love getting to know you here as well. I am not on Twitter as much, but I'm trying to be more active, and I would love it if you followed us. And last but not least, do not forget about Pinterest. Here's another spot you can get lost for hours. I have a lot of our own pins as well as many others that you can totally learn things from and enjoy. It's really a very beautiful community within itself. Thank you guys again for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. It reminds me that you did enjoy the video, and I would definitely love it if you commented below. Let me know your thoughts on this video or anything else. Thanks again for watching, you guys. Don't forget to visit the blog. Bye.